me up, ran me into the house, and slammed me on the ground. Like, he didn't really do it on purpose. Like, I think he tripped getting into the house, so he fell on top of me, and my whole was hurting. Like,
I bet.
Like, fat ass. Like.
Okay, yeah, so that I was confused about that, and I think a lot of people were. We were like,
yeah,
the cameras weren't back there when you guys were squaring up.
The cameras weren't there because at that point I just wanted to fight before she left. Like, I didn't give a fuck about it being recorded. Like, bitch, you be talking crazy on the internet, and now I'm in your face. Like,
and with that house meeting that Big Lex holds, she expressed her frustration with a few of the girls, and you guys trying to jump bunny racks. Did you feel like your chances of winning would be hindered that night since Big Lex felt strongly about people not jumping?
yes, like I said, I felt like she ain't like me. Like, for like 5 out of the 7 days of filming, like, I felt like she didn't like me. So I was just like, damn, back on her bad side. Like, and really the real reason, because I said it was about the internet. It wasn't even about the internet. It's when she got there and she had came in and did that little twirl and sat down on the couch. Like, Dayla confronted her about what I told her that Bunny Rax had said. And she was like, I didn't say that. That's what got me upset. Because one, you already don't hold tea. You're already like on the internet spilling even more tea. Like, it's one thing you tell production what I've had planned. Cool, whatever, bitch. It didn't work. Fuck it. It's another thing for you to go to the internet and start telling the internet everything. And now the rest of us are getting into trouble because, like, you know, we're getting in trouble with you, basically.
Right.
And so at that point, I started just like, this bitch annoying. So then when Dayla tells her what I said, she said, and she denied it, I was like, what? Why are you lying? She was like, I remember saying it about Ferrari and I remember saying it about Deja, but I don't remember saying about Dayla. So I just added a girl. I added one girl, and all out of all the girls, Dayla. If I wanted someone to beat you up, I would have fucking did somebody that I just absolutely felt like would thrash your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was just like, now you calling me a liar. Like, so we get into an argument in the living room and they didn't air that. Like, I start popping my nails off. And like, that's the part they show you where Big Lex actually was talking to me, telling me not to fight. Because I started taking my nails off. Like, bitch, I'm not no liar. But then she's like, oh, well, I mean, I do remember the conversation, but I don't remember all the details of it. Girl, just stand on what you said.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
So the final episode comes and Big Lex goes through each one of the girls and tells them what she likes and dislikes about them during their time on the show. You, Ferrari, and Bunny Rax are left as the final 3. So what was going through your mind at this moment? And do you think any of the girls should have been in the final 3 spot instead of the other 2? And if so, who and why?
Well, Rabbit wasn't really the final 3. It was Baby Mama, myself, and Ferrari. The only reason Baby Mama got sent over there first is because she came in late, first off. She came in after, I'm lying. She came in when we were all standing outside. They had her, like, okay, so they had us standing in the line. I was, like, the first one in the line, and she was the last one in the line with all the girls in between. So they had her by someone who, like, didn't have a problem with her. You know what I'm saying? So they were sending everybody over there. They didn't want her standing amongst the other girls because clearly as soon as Big Lex said who the winner was, Baby Mama ran down and tried to fight her. And that's what y'all see. So that's the only reason she was there. It wasn't because she was final 3. Baby Mama, Ferrari, and Pinkk were.
Ooh, okay.
Okay? That was for her protection.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Okay.
So I did not have a problem with Baby Mama or Ferrari standing beside me as final 3.
Okay. And after everything is said and done, Lex awards you the $10,000. What was going through your mind when you heard that you won? And did you expect after everything that went down this season, you would walk away as a winner of season 1?
Fuck no, I didn't. All right. They kept telling me, like, you remind me of New York. Like, you remind me of New York when she was, on Flavor Flav. Like, those are because they don't show y'all all the things that I did. Like, there was days that, like, we were supposed to be out in the living room for the house meeting every day, but like 10 in the morning. We wouldn't stop filming, or I think it was like 9 in the morning. I think it was 9. It was 9 in the morning. We had to be out there, which is kind of early. Mind you, we don't stop filming until like 3, 4 in the morning. Or really, we stopped filming, like 3, 4 in the morning. But shit, the show must go on. Like, you know that you have to film constantly. So
Right.
whatever. And we had a lot of downtime throughout the day. So if you wanted to take a nap, like, you know, you could do that. But we were all so excited just to be doing this. Like we didn't sleep any, like, you know, we ran off of little sleep anyway. So, but they would sleep in, like they would probably go to bed at like 6 a.m. Cause you know, once you get to your room, you're on your phone. We ain't have been on our phones all day, shit like that. Like
Right.
me though, I'm going to sleep. There's one thing I'm gonna do is go to sleep. Even if I'm arguing with my man, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, so I, even at home, I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. So being up and ready wasn't a thing for me. So at that point, Heaven and Luce and Deja and I were all in the room. Deja and I have the bed, Luce and Heaven sleeping at our feet on their air mattress, like the dogs they are. And like, I woke up all of them one day. I was like, don't wake nobody else up in the house. Like, don't wake nobody up. Just get dressed, get ready, be quiet. And we went out into the living room and we were the only ones there. Everyone else was late. Like, just little petty shit. Like, fucking, like, I just did shit that was just like, Pinkk, why the fuck didn't you wake these bitches up? Because I'm not their mama. Like, it was funny to watch them get in trouble. Like, so that's what, like, looking at the show from the viewers, like, perspective, I don't feel like I should have won. Like, and a lot of people was like, oh, baby mama should have won. I think they were just going off of like how pretty she is. Baby mama ain't do nothing on the show. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No disrespect.
Right.
But like watching it from the viewer's perspective, I don't feel like I should have won. But being in the house and knowing what really was happening, I know I deserve the check. These bitches ain't do shit. They ain't do shit. They didn't even want to fucking play hide and seek. They were boring. Like, very
like, what'd
boring.
you come on the show for?
Yeah, like you did not come to compete. You didn't come to have fun. I'm bored. Like,
who do you think should have won based on the way that the show was edited, though?
Ferrari.
Okay.
Like, hands down. My bitch was thumping every episode. Every episode, like, you knew she was there. She was winning challenges. She won the most single-handed challenges. Like, so, Ferrari.
Okay. So in our interview with Bunny Rax, we played a game with her, and she told us what each girl should have done with the money had they have won it. Can you let the fans know what your first purchase was, if you've spent any of it, and if you have plans on what you'll do with the rest?
My first purchase, I want to say my website, even though it was it was like $30 for the website.
Yeah.
But it was the first thing I did with the money when it hit my account.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was that. I know I did a lot. Like, I had taken like 3K of it and then put the rest like into my bank account. And the other, like with the 3K, like I took my business from just being local without a logo, without anything but just word of mouth and my social media. And now, you know, I have a logo for it now. And
there we go.
I have the website for it now. And I have
got it all professionally done.
Yeah, like boxes and stuff for it now. So that's what I did with that. And then the rest, you know, I put in my bank account and added it to what I had, and I just kept adding from there. Like,
that's smart. That's smart. Well, I hope you invest the rest and use it on smart purchases, or, you know, just save it up. You know,
yeah,
that can add up. The little
when I turned 18, I had got like 58K. Like, I had gotten into like a really bad car accident when I was a kid. So like when I turned 18, I had got like I said, 58K. Yeah. And I squandered that shit. Like, I bought cars, gave my mom money, my dad money. I got fucking 12 brothers, 6 sisters, gave them money, gave my friends money. And 58K may sound like a lot, but it's really not. Like, if you go and buy your car off the lot without a car payment, that is 17K right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I did that twice. So I already know what it is to get a large sum of money and then lose it. Like, you know, spend it. Mm-hmm. I know what it is to make a large sum of money and spend it. So no disrespect, 10K is not a large sum of money.
Yeah.
So before I went on the show, I had 50K. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have not worked since my son's father passed away. And that's because I just be stacking my bread. I don't spend it.
Right. That's smart. Because look, I've been in those shoes before where I've won stuff and I'm like, I spend it and I'm stupid with it.
And I'm not materialistic. So I think that's what keeps my money. Like, if you notice, I be wearing wigs. I wore a wig Like, if you notice, I don't be wearing Gucci, Louis. Like, I don't even invest my money into those type of things that, like, that's too material. Like, my biggest fear is to be broke. Like, not saying I'm the richest, because I'm definitely not. I don't have 100K. You know, I don't even have 60K anymore. But I'm just saying, like, my biggest thing is, like, I know I could pay my bills for another year or two, all of my bills, every bill I had, and be comfortable and not have to work. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like, I want financial freedom and financial security more than I want a Louis bag.
It's just that much stress lifted off your shoulders for a little bit.
And that's funny because they be trying to say I'm the brokest in the show, but if we really do big bank, take little bank, like, I already know I'm coming on top on a lot of these bitches.
There was a lot of drama that happened post filming on social media that carried into the reunion. Can you let the fans in on what went left between you, Ferrari, and Kiesha?
So Kiesha hit me up like, hey Pink, like, I know that you like try to fake a beef with Bunny and it fell through, like it didn't happen. And I was like, yep, that bitch talks too much. Like, and she was just like, well, I feel like I didn't do what I was supposed to do, like talking about herself. Like, I didn't do what I was supposed to do on the show. And looking at it now, like, I see that. And the reunion is going to be boring. Like you've been saying, like, I've been saying, I wish that my Instagram didn't get deleted because I would show you these messages. Like, I'm so mad my Instagram got deleted. But anyway.
I know, now I wish I saw them.
Yeah, like, what was that, like 16, 17K, and it got deleted. But tonight I'm gonna reach 10K. I'm like 100 away from 10K.
There we go.
And I only had this Instagram for a month. Only for 1 month. Like, but she just felt like she didn't do what she was supposed to do. Mm-hmm. So, and like I said, these bitches were boring. Like, they wanted to talk to each other off camera. They wanted to be friends. They wanted to put you did not get on the show by putting your best foot forward. All right? Like, you got on the show by your audition tape saying you that bitch and this is what you want to do, and you did not come here and do that. Like, you came here and wanted to be a good girl.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, so when she came to me, it was like, and I felt the same way. It was gonna be boring because everyone was friends. Like, they were all friends. Like, me and Heaven were still cool. Like, everybody was still cool. Like, so when she said it, I was like, cool. Like, and so she was like, just what can I not talk about? And I was like, my baby daddy and my son. Like, I don't give a fuck about nothing else. Like, bitch. And that's how the joke about roaches came about. Like, she was like, oh, Pink got roaches and 15 people that live in her house. I live alone, bitch. My aunt and I live together, and she moved to Florida, and now I'm alone again. Like, you know? So that happened. Ferrari sees me and Kiesha arguing, not knowing that it's a fake beef. At this point in time, though, Ferrari and I, we cool, but we're not like super close. We're cool enough for me to put her in the loop with shit, but not to where like I'm calling her just having phone conversations, you know?
Yeah.
So Ferrari jumps in defending me. And so I call Kiesha, like, I'm lying. I didn't call her. This is in our inbox. I was just like, oh, I'm lying. I am lying. We FaceTime each other on Instagram.
Okay.
And I was like, you know, she's talking about you. Well, I didn't even say it like that. I really was like, bro, this is how I know the internet is so gullible. Like, they seen, like, you know, what we said to each other, and now they think we got straight beef. Like, and then I was like, I'm gonna tell her though. Like, you know, I was gonna tell Ferrari. I was gonna put Ferrari in the loop. And she was just like, I mean, you could tell her. She was like, you could tell her, but just like, is she gonna tell anybody? And I was like, I doubt it. So I go and I tell Ferrari, like, yeah, the beef between me and Kiesha is just fake. But I don't go into detail about what was said. Like, I don't be like, yeah, I called and told her about your post. Like,
right.
You know, I didn't feel like that was important to tell. I didn't know, you know, like, that I should have told Ferrari, like, yeah, I also called to tell you not only is the beef fake, but I also told her that you posted about her. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I tell Ferrari it is fake, but I guess Kiesha at that point had already posted something back towards Ferrari. So Ferrari was just like, I don't give a fuck because this bitch done said this. Mm-hmm. And then from there, they snowballed into like a real beef amongst each, like, them. And it was just like, When Kiesia would inbox me though, even though she know how cool I ended up getting with Ferrari, she never had the same energy with me that she had for Ferrari. It's like, I don't like Ferrari, but I like you. And Ferrari and I the same way. Like, I was cool with Ari, and Ari didn't like Ferrari. Ferrari was cool with who the fuck? She was cool with, I think, Heaven. At the point in time when me and Heaven actually fell out. She was cool with her, and I didn't care. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now we're close enough to where, like, if I don't like that bitch, you don't like that bitch. Like,
right.
we don't like that bitch.
Okay. Yeah, and y'all looked really close when you pulled up to the reunion house together. Immediately, Kiesia and Ferrari started going back and forth while security checks your bags. Did you expect Kiesia to have this energy after getting to know her in the house? I mean, I understand the whole online beef, but did you think it was that serious?
I knew they were gonna fight. I absolutely knew they were gonna fight. As far as energy, like, her energy was only focused on Ferrari. Like, that's not having energy to me. That's you knowing that you got an advantage on somebody, because energy is energy. Like, if you got static with bitches, then have static with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she went in the room and whispered about us. That's not having energy. I feel like she really fought because the cameras was rolling. That's what she said she was going to do. So she did it. And that was just that. Like, she felt like she had to do this. But as far as, like, she kept saying it, like, I didn't want to fight. I didn't want to fight. I didn't want to fight. Like, but everybody know Ferrari, she's gonna fight. So you had to fight. Yeah. Which is cool, defend yourself, fight or whatever, but that's not really energy to me.
Okay.
Because when I wanted to fight, it was a no.
Yeah, okay.
She's told me no several times. She's like, my hand hurt. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow came and went, and she was trying to be my friend. Like,
tomorrow. So when Kiesia and Ferrari start fighting, did you expect Kiesia to fight how she did, or did you think that she talked a big game?
Kiesia can't fight. Like, she just had reach. She had reach. Like, that's it. Of course, if you got reach and you could hit somebody, if you see Ferrari's arms, I told Ferrari, like, with a bitch like that, bro, you better get low, run up and scoop this bitch. You got to get on top of her because she got too much length on you, baby. Like, nigga, you better crack this bitch. You always bring somebody. There's no rules in fighting. So you know that you have a disadvantage because of your height and weight. Like, people can sit here and say, like, it don't matter the size difference. And all right, sometimes it don't. But for people who are not actual fighters, that matters. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Ferrari not a fucking UFC fighter. She not a boxer. She a fucking mother too, like, and a dancer. So, but the bitch got hurt and she will fight. So, you know, you got a disadvantage. You better pick this chair up and hit this bitch with it. And now y'all the same height. You know, dropped it to your height. Like I didn't even know Kiesia was hitting her. I didn't like. I don't know. Like, I can't even remember. Like, do you ever be present for a fight and you're like, this shit is happening? Like, right. This shit. Like, you didn't hear no cracks or anything. Like, it sounded light, but then my bitch face was like scratched up and had a bruise. Like, I was like, all right, I want to fight this bitch next. And she was like, I don't want to fight, Pink. Why didn't you air that part? I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight.
So when the fight gets broken up, you and Ferrari actually go upstairs, and Ferrari gets on you for not jumping in the fight. And you let it be known that Ferrari told you not to jump in on her one-on-ones. So what were you thinking seeing Ferrari upset about you not stepping in?
I was so upset. Like, I was really upset because, like, I remember, like, a part of me wanted to jump in, and I'm like, don't do it. Like, she's not on the ground. Like, let her handle it. Like, don't do it. And I was just so upset because, like, one, I was upset because look at her fucking face. Right. Look at her face. Like, look at her face. I was pissed. Like, girl, if that was me, I would be in jail. Like, production would have got shut down. I didn't mean to say shot
down or shut down.
Like, it would have been bad business. Like, let's be real. Like, but Ferrari, like, I can't. Like, I don't know. Me personally, like I said, I got 12 brothers and 8 of them are older than me. Like when Ari posted what she posted about the red carpet and me getting into a fight with a nigga because he tried to put his hand up my dress, my brothers called me because I was crying. I was mad. Like I got into a fight with him. Like it was after the red carpet. And like he came with a mutual friend of ours. And he kept trying to talk to me. I didn't want to talk to him. And like he was turning around, like trying to he tried to put his hand up my dress. And so I slapped his hand away and then he got in my face and we got to arguing. And
Please tell me you punched him in the face.
Oh, yeah, I did. Like,
I hope you knocked him out.
Yeah, like, so like we got to arguing. I'm telling the mutual friend, I'm telling this nigga, like, yo, pull over. And he's not pulling over. He's like, he's drunk. I just gotta get him. I don't give a fuck. Get this nigga out my car. Like, what is you talking about?
Right.
So I cracked this nigga in his shit and like we just got the tussling from there. Like, so when Ari leaked that shit, like I said, I have older brothers. Like my twin brother, like he in prison right now. My twin brother will come home and go back to prison behind me. Yeah. So like if my face was like that on TV, my brother, like if that night I would have FaceTimed them and they see my face, they would have been there the next day. You feel me? So that's why I was tight. So I was like, all right, well, let her run my fade because me and Kiaja the same height, same size. Kiaja just slightly taller than me. Run my shits, bitch, because I bet you can't do me like that. Like, you feel me?
Right.
So, but she ain't want to fight. It was, I don't want to fight. She was like my finger. But if you see when I fought Heaven and I twisted my leg, and I posted that screenshot of my leg, like it was a bruise like this big, like from the top of my knee to like damn near down my shin. Like it was so bad. I twisted my leg really bad. And I still went and fought that same night, bitch. So this is what happens when you fight. Like
okay. No, I feel you. I understand the whole with you and Ferrari. It's like a sibling. You got that bond at that point to where it's like anybody touches you, it's on sight.
That's why I said like she's not fighting no more. Like in that moment, I said she's not fighting no more one-on-ones. It's not happening. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I was so pissed that her face was like that. Like bitch, duck and weave, right? Bob and weave, like throw vinegar in her eyes, like
not vinegar.
Get this bitch to your height. I was tight. Yeah, but I also felt like I would be a bully if I went and put my hands. If you notice, I never ran down on nobody. The only person I ran down on was Bunny, and that wasn't even on camera because that was on some like, I'm tired of you, bitch. Like, you feel me? You can get me to the point. Like, you really got to get me there for me to want to run down on you. Like, you know how much shit you got to talk, and Bunny had been doing it like dummy long. So, Kiaja, like I said, when we was in the house, they don't show you the whole conversation between Kiaja and I in the room. We were in there before Ferrari came in. And it was, I like you, Pinkk. I don't got a problem with you, Pinkk. Like, I didn't even want to fight Ferrari. Like, I don't want to fight you. I don't want to have problems. But then the day we leave, she on the internet talking spicy. Like, girl, I thought you ain't want no problem. And I even released those inboxes because I told her I was going to crack her in her mouth. And she was just like, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about Ferrari. Okay. And at that point, I didn't care no more. Like, what's up?
Right. So there was another scene with you and Huckleberry, and you guys have a moment in the kitchen that night about you feeling like she didn't like you. Can you explain where this issue stemmed from? Because it seems as though you guys never found a common ground during that conversation.
We did find a common ground. Okay. She let me know that she did like me and that she sees a lot of who I am in her. Like when she was my age, that she had this wild streak, as they like to say. I don't feel like I'm wild. I just feel like I do whatever the fuck I want. If that make me wild, then like, are you living your life for you or are you living for somebody else? Like, you feel me? I just do what make me happy. If I'm not hurting other people, why does my personality bother you? So, she was just like, every time there was something negative, like, who you think should go home? Pinkk. Who you think, rub people the wrong way? Pinkk. Like, who you think is the brokest? Pinkk. Like, it was just anytime it was a negative comment or something like that, her answer was always me. Like, girl, like, do you have some type of secret animosity that I don't know about?
Hey, you're her competition.
Yeah. And it's like, cool, but when you're in my face, is like, I don't get those vibes from you. It's, you know, we talk, we laugh, like we don't necessarily have the deepest of conversations, but they're also not surface conversations. So it's like, you know, it's like, which way are you flowing with it? And that's kind of how I felt. So when I feel, so I acknowledged the people I acknowledged, and I did not acknowledge her. And that's why she said something to me. And I was like, why would I say something to people who don't like me? Like, or I feel like don't like me. And she was like, nah, I like you. But, you know, you just remind me of the younger me. And like, so I just feel like I have to be cautious with you. So I was like, I mean, I don't have a problem. Like, we said we didn't have a problem with each other. Huckleberry is a businesswoman. Like, she don't got a problem with nobody. Like, she want to make her money.
She seems kind of cool.
Yeah, like, she is definitely a business. Like, that's one of Ferrari's regrets, that she says, like, I regret fighting Huckle because, like, the type of, like, if you get to know her, like, she's just all about business, you know? So, again, like, it's cool.
Okay. And you had another discussion with Fetty about your reunion hit list being Heaven, Bunny Rax, Luz, and Larissa. Can you give us a brief rundown on what happened between you and these four ladies? I guess you don't necessarily have to talk about Bunny Rax too much, because I think we know where that comes from, but the other three?
Larissa, I'll go start with her first. She like was on live with her friends, and they were just like, oh, we're gonna fuck them 757 bitches up, talking about Lucky, Ferrari, and Pinkk. Ain't nobody fucking me up, baby. And the crazy thing is, any of these bitches feel gutter enough, gangsta enough, so where they gonna pull up to the Bronx, or they gonna pull up to the 757 in any of the 757 and think you're gonna be bananas out there, baby, you're probably not gonna leave. Like, you're gonna get buried in my state. Like, not even by me. Like, and that's what's crazy. Like, so y'all sitting here talking, oh, y'all gonna come to 757, you bitches filthy. Girl, you couldn't even afford soap to wash your pussy. How can you afford to get to Virginia Beach? And it was crazy because, again, Larissa is another one that I told her, like, you don't have no storyline. What you want to do? Like they were so boring. And Larissa was like, I don't want to do anything. Like, and so like all the fake beef, and those are the two fake beefs that I try to create. It didn't work. Like, it didn't happen. So all the shit that you're seeing was real. And it was like, all right, I guess that's cool. I guess y'all did a good job. But if I had it how I wanted it, like, I would have made the whole house brawl and got them all sent home. Like, And then who else? Luz. Luz just like, she was on the internet, like, calling me a bitch. And like, she was like, kept saying like just little disrespectful shit, little shit here and there. And it's like, bitch, what, like, why are you even talking to me? Right. Like, who are you? Like, where did you even have a scene on the show? Can you remember one? Like, exactly. Like, who are you? Like, you smelt my feet for a week. Lucy having me to thank me because Deja and I invited Luce into our room. Like I said, air mattress. After Ferrari and Heaven fought, Ferrari would sleep on the couch in the living room, and that's where most of the security was. Like, they would like sit on, like, you know, they would be there all night just in case something happened. So she would sleep on the couch. Little did I know the bitch was a prostitute and was used to being around a bunch of used to sleeping around them. I didn't know that. So I invited her into the room so that way, you know, she could be around other females. And like, me and Heaven would speak prior to like getting into the house when we found out we were winners. Yeah. So like, I had already like was kind of cool with her. So I was like, you can come into the room, like, you share a bed with Luce. I introduced you bitches. You're welcome. Like, they so ungrateful. Like, I gave these bitches pasties and toothpaste and fucking body spray. Like, y'all bitches ain't even come with basic shit. So you selling your pussy for what? Like, so Luce, I guess, is just following behind Heaven, and I'm just going to talk about them both at the same time because, like, Luce is following behind Heaven, so I guess Heaven not liking me, now Luce don't like me, which is cool, Like, as I said, I would slap you. I didn't even say I would fight her, because that's not a fight, girl. I will drag you across this floor. Like, let's be real.
Right.
The fight between Kiesia and Ferrari, the difference ain't nothing, because the different, like, they damn near the same height, them two, and she and Kiesia not the same height. Girl, Kiesia can't fight. I can. What I will do to you is different. So, but Heaven, and she's the last one.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one that boggles me the most, because I invited you into my room. Little did I know you was talking shit about me since the first day. Little did I know that you had all those little side conversations outside here. Like, little did I know I was really your topic of discussion every time I was around. Because like I said, when she would talk to me, she would be like, I'm telling you as a friend. We share a room. I'm telling you as, like, you know, a friend.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I felt like, she telling me as a friend, but look how she's saying it. Like, you know, her tone of voice, like, you know, energy, auras, like, that shit don't lie. So I was just like, even though she's saying as a friend, I kind of felt away. So I tell Fetty, like, I'm gonna end up having to fight your friend, because I was cool with Fetty. A lot of people don't know, me and Fetty are actually, like, really tight.
Okay.
Like, we talk all the time behind the scenes. So I tell her that, and Fetty tells me, like, no, she likes you, Pinkk. Like, y'all would like each other, y'all would get along. Just, like, you know, that I was bugging, but whole time I wasn't bugging. So this is right after the red carpet, because at the red carpet, she kept asking to take pictures with me. Like, Heaven wanted to take pictures with me bad. Like, before we watched the film and after we watched film, like, she just wanted to take pictures with me. And like I said, like, you know, I love my fans. So I took my pictures with her. And then the next day we're on live with the T page with Ja.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, Pinkk, you're not gonna like me once the shows continue to air, because only like 2 or 3 shows had came out at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, why? Like, we're on live. I'm like,
Right.
why? She just started laughing, and like, me and her was still going live, like, together, like, up until that point. That was like a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And then come Sunday, the show airs. And then it's like a switch flipped off with this bitch. And it was, fuck you, Pinkk, I don't like you, and then from there, we was just arguing, because it's like, girl, now that the show was starting to air, I seen you really, like, you was my friend in my face and a fake ass bitch to my back. Heaven cannot tell you why she don't like me. She's like, oh, because you was plotting on girls in the house. Girl, yes, I was. And every day I woke up and executed it. Exactly. Every day I woke up and executed that shit. So why are you upset? Like, were you one of the girls that was plotting on? No, bitch, you was sleeping in my room. I wasn't gonna plot on you. Any girl that was in my room, I didn't plot on. Because why would I do that? Like, you feel me? So why are you upset about what I did to this bitch? Like, you got girls drunk and you were sober. Why are you mad? Were you one of the girls? Mind your fucking business. Like, you know? And ever since it started airing that she didn't like me, that's how she's been carrying it on social media. Talking about my kid, talking about my baby daddy. But the gag is, she know I got shit on her now. I done posted this bitch sniffing. I done posted her fucking ad of her selling pussy. I done fucking posted her getting beat the fuck up in Detroit. And I got 3 motherfucking more. So when she get out of pocket, we gonna air those too.
I'm going to see your ass again.
And that's the thing. People be feeling like I'm lying until I come with my receipts. And I always come with my receipts when it's necessary. I'm not gonna show you my whole hand, but get stupid. But she knows what I know now. She knows what I know now, because she got in my inbox talking stupid, trying to tell me about myself. You know how people be making fake pages talking. And I sat, everything she sent to me, I corrected it. I told her where she was right, where she was wrong, and sent her receipts. My motherfucking proof. So everything you think you got on me, bitch, as soon as you post that about me, I'm gonna go post my real receipts, and then this fake page that gave you that info is gonna be null and void. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never sell pussy. I ain't never scammed nobody. I ain't never set nobody up. There ain't nothing crazy coming from my past. Nothing. But you, why would you even play with people? And exposing what they did in their past when your past is fucking bananas, baby. That's stupid.
That was a lot to take in. that was a lot.
Saying.
That was a lot of tea. I didn't know that was coming from this interview. I thought we were just, like, I mean, I love it. I love the tea. I'm just like, God damn, I didn't know you had all that.
Listen, she know what time it is.
Okay.
She know what time it is.
Okay.
She know my body now.
Okay, so during the last 24, during that night, Heaven and Luz make their entrance, and things instantly go crazy between Luz and Ferrari. Who do you think took the W between the two?
Ferrari gang, ho. If you actually watch the videos, like, you have to watch them in slow-mo. And I realized that because all the hits, Ferrari was hitting Luz a lot more. Luz was so concerned with overpowering her,
right?
Like trying to get her down than actually swinging. And once you stop swinging during a fight, you automatically lost. What are you doing?
Right.
Stupid. Yeah. What are you doing? Like, you're getting punched in your face while you're trying to push her down. Her arms are still coming up. Like, you're still getting cracked.
Yeah.
Dummy. And then with Heaven, it's like, I threw this hot ass coffee on her. And
I was wondering what that was.
It was coffee. I wasn't close enough for it to burn, unfortunately. Like, you know how, like, if you're over here and someone sprays something and it hits you, it just kind of feel like
you get like a little mist. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think she only got droplets. Like, I should have more direct.
I was wondering why she didn't immediately run up on you after you threw that. Did she?
No.
Okay.
She looks around, which is why you'll see I take a step back because, all right, so where she was standing is where I was literally sitting seconds before. I was sitting there and I knew that she was coming, which is why I made the coffee, because I kept saying, like, I don't want to fight. Like, I want to hurt her. Like, I don't think people understand the difference between the two. Like, yeah, I'll fight you. But if I hurt you,
3rd-degree burns.
Like, if I hurt you, you're going to see where I'm coming from. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to take a part of her home with me too. Like, I wanted to hurt her that bad. Cause bitch, who do you think you like? You talking stupid on the internet like I'm scared of you. But when we were in the house and Big Lex said for us to put on the gloves, like, there was a scene that they didn't show, but they did show when Big Lex was yelling at me, like, Pinkk, she was like, who you said you was gonna put the gloves on with? Go get Big Heaven. And the reason she was yelling at me was because I said I was gonna put the gloves on with Ari and Bunny and Fetty, and I didn't put the gloves on. Well, me and Fetty ended up getting cool. But with the other two, like, even though we was I still wanted to box.
Right.
Because me and Fetty never got into anything where it was physical, unlike with these two. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was still like, well, like, bitch, you try to fucking sucker punch me, I still want to fight. And then with Bunny, like, I was like, you shot me, I still want to fight. Like, right. And neither one of them wanted to. So Big Lex was looking at me like, oh, you said you was gonna do something, and why you ain't do it? And I was like, they don't want to. And she was like, Pinkk, like, if you gonna put the gloves on, you gonna put the gloves on. Ain't nobody gonna let you just hit them. Like, basically, she ain't say it like that, but it was just more so like, if you ain't gonna make a bitch put the gloves on with you, then stop saying it.
Right.
So that's why she yelled at me. And when Heaven came out to put the gloves on, she was like, oh, it's raining outside? Yeah, it makes my knee hurt. My knee hurt. I can't fight like that. And she was just also, my fucking knee hurt, bitch. I was in the fucking sink. The fuck? Like, bitch. If you actually watch the slow-mo, my shit bends. And then, like, and he lets go of me. My other foot wasn't even on the ground. And I still fought you a second time. Stop telling me about your fingers hurting and your knees hurting and it's raining. Like, she was like, it's raining outside. I don't want to fight. It's like, you know, it's going to be wet. Like, and then it was, and the rain also makes my knee hurt. And that's why Big Lex, when I leaked that, Big Lex posted on her story and was like, she told no lies. Because, bitch, I ain't got to lie. Okay. Like, you really don't want smoke with me. But you think it's, I don't know, like, you think you're intimidating me because you loud. I don't need to, I'll be like this. I'll be like, all right, let's just do this. Like, we ain't gotta calm down. And so I think she feel like because she's loud, she's scary. And you're scary looking, but bitch, you're not scary. That bitch is ugly. Don't lie.
I hate it here. Stop. So, I'm not saying anything. Okay, so going back to the fight with Luz and Ferrari, she takes a swing, which seems like out of nowhere to at least me when watching it. And while security's breaking it up, you kind of jumped in. So what prompted you to do that? Considering the fact that you did say that
well,
winning.
If you listen to the audio, you'll hear them tell. Because like I said, I was sitting there. And I'm sorry, I know I always jump around when I'm talking. I was sitting there. T-Lo and the security, not really the security because they was already standing there, but T-Lo, Swag, and like a couple people from productions like, yo, Pinkk, come with us. I'm thinking they taking me to the front door, thinking Heaven's about to come in. So I get up and follow them with the coffee.
Right.
Like, then I hear, hello. I'm like, yo, she right here. And Tito is still telling me, like, follow me. I'm like, she's right here. I'm thinking, again, he's taking me to the front door. He tuned this bitch out. Like, you didn't hear that? Fucking screech.
How do you tune that
like, I mean, now I know in hindsight that he was telling me to get up because he knew she was coming in through that way. And he wanted me to be able to be not in the way and be able to defend myself. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she sees me, I see her. It's like a 5-second stare down, 10 seconds. It wasn't really that long. And they're trying to take the coffee from me. And that's really why I'm standing there with them. Like I said, they moved me. Where I was sitting, I had moved the beer case over there. And Heaven knows, because the bitch exposed me to Heaven of me getting into a fight where I cracked the beer open and then I stabbed the bitch with it. So Heaven knows that I'm capable of it. She didn't. And the funny thing is, the bitch sent it to somebody else, sent the screenshot to somebody else from the inbox. She was like, she was excited, a fucking bird ass bitch. She a bird. Fucking was excited that this ugly ass bitch Heaven texted her back. So she sent it to her friend, and I have a friend that's in that group chat with them, and the friend sent it to me. So Heaven, why you ain't post me? Like, you see how I move. So in the house, I was going to do the same thing. I was going to break the beer bottle and poke this bitch. Like, bitch, you think you're going to talk about my child? You think you're going to talk about my baby daddy? Now it's not about TV. It's not about, like, it was all about a competition when I was in the house.
Right.
But y'all done took this shit and made it like your personal life. Like, it personally hurts you. So, all right, since you want to try to personally, because it don't hurt. Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck, but I'm going to stand on my respect. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she was standing there after I threw the coffee. You see, I don't know if you do. Well, she looks to the sides, and I know what I had set up there. So, which is why I took my step back and everything. But I also didn't want to charge her because I knew I could report. I think about shit. Like, I told you this in the beginning. I think about shit. I didn't want to charge her because I knew the coffee was on the floor.
Right.
So I was like, you know what, man, fuck it. And this is all within seconds. Like, I'm like, what's up? Like, and she's like fake standing there. Security got like one arm in front of her. Like, there's a couple security in front of me. And so I was like, fuck this. So instead of trying to go this way at her, because clearly it ain't gonna happen, she just stands there like an idiot. Like, I ran around, and I'm lying. What I had seen was, once I seen that, like, security already started getting a thing, I looked to the side because we didn't even know they were fighting. It was so quiet.
Yeah.
Like, everybody was focused on us.
No, bitch. No, nothing.
Yeah, like, they got I look to the side and all I see is Luz trying to hit Ferrari's head into the cabinet. That's really they're not letting me go this way, so I came this way. And I ran up, punched this bitch. And you see, I immediately try to grab Ferrari. Like, I didn't keep swinging on this bitch. Yeah. I punched her once. I try to grab Ferrari because, bitch, I told you no more fighting. I will fight for you. Like, I don't care. Like, people be like, oh, you think you're her bodyguard? Are you gonna let your friend fight? Like, knowing that she's not necessarily losing, but she's not winning. Right. And the whole internet keeps saying she's losing left and right. The only fight she lost was to Key. That's the only damage that was done to her. Nobody else put no type of anything on her.
When I saw Ferrari swinging, I was like, I feel like she took all her anger out from those previous fights that night.
But she was able to fight on her height.
She was swinging hard.
Exactly. Like, and you see, like, her fighting somebody her height, her size, like my bitch is holding her own.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Like, so yeah. But when I seen Luce trying to hit her head into the cabinet, because I already like, I'm a quick, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not one of those people that just spaz out. Like, I'm constantly paying attention to everything around me. So I run around, I punch her, I immediately try to grab Ferrari. But as soon as I grab her, the security grabs me and he puts my arms up above my head.
Yeah.
Like, and then why didn't you charge me when you walked in? Why didn't you charge me when I threw the coffee on you? Why didn't you charge me before security? Like, once I realized she wasn't going to throw the bottle, I tried to charge her. Like, she never tried to charge me, ever. So she charges me. I see this fucking silverback gorilla running down the fucking aisle. She is an ugly girl. You seen that close up they had on the little poster of the fight for the reunion? She's like, girl. That is disgusting. Who would let that suck their dick? I wouldn't fuck that bitch with AIDS. That is nasty. And that's oh, you know what? I'm gonna save that tea.
No, wait, what?
Because next time she thinks she's gonna play with me,
well, listen,
gonna get that out there.
Part 3 comes out after this is probably gonna air, so you can say whatever you want about part 3.
This isn't about part 3.
Oh.
This is just the more tea on that bitch.
Wait, spill it.
I need this. Like,
damn it.
You know, because when I come with the receipts, it's gonna be a little funny. So next time she thinks she's gonna get stupid on social media, let's get it, bitch. I'm gonna have you in an uproar. So yeah, when she comes running up, I see she's running up. And the time being, like, all I seen was this fucking pit bull running down the aisle, like big worm running down that shit. Like, Heaven's an ugly bitch. Like, she is very ugly. So to see her charging at me, it's disgusting.
You were talking about a security guard.
No, she disgusts me. Like, ugh. Fucking, she's basura. Like, she's nasty business. Like, ugh. So, like, when I seen her charging at me, like, you'll hear me. Like, he got my arms like this. I'm like, let me go, let me go, let me go. Like, but he's literally, like, he got a grip on me. It may not look like it, but he has a grip on me.
Yeah.
So my first thought is to guard my face. So that's why I threw my legs up, like, onto the countertop, and I kicked myself back. Because I already seen how she swings. She swings like this. Like, I don't know if you seen when she came up, she was like this. Like, only thing is, this time, instead of kicking off the counters, I would have kicked off that bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she swung. And the funny thing is, and the internet is, I wouldn't say they're divided. I would say I got like 3/4 of the internet on my side and like a 1/4 on her side, because she was on live like, I didn't lose. Like, she was so upset, they said. But I don't watch the live, so I can only imagine. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Anytime it's the time to see these bitches mad, it's hilarious. But when they, like, you know, but she runs up, she swings, and there's a slow-mo where they actually counted it. She only hit me twice.
Uh-huh.
The security dropped me. Like, my feet weren't on the ground and my leg was stuck in the thing, and she had my hair. Right. So you'll see I fall. I try to catch myself with my hands. My leg falls out of the sink, and then, you know, I put my other leg together, and as soon as both my feet were actually on the ground, I stood right the fuck up and started swinging. She never got to swing again. She only swung on me when security had me. You'll see she never got to swing again. She was holding me for the rest of it while I was cracking her shit. And then you'll see I got her up on the sink. I was going to do her filthy right there.
So do you really think that the reason why she ran up was because you had a disadvantage and not because you jumped into that other fight?
No, it was definitely for a disadvantage. I mean, I feel like it's a little bit of both. She was going to jump in because that's her friend. And clearly she's not going to let her friend get jumped. But I don't think she would have ever ran up on me, because she didn't even run up on me when we was in the room. Like, that fight that we get into, I ran down on her. I ran down on her. I was like, oh, you ain't going to swing? Cracked her. And we started fighting right there.
Okay.
Like, and then it was me. Like, she wasn't standing up there. Like, I told you she fights like this, and she tries to. But me and her are damn near the same height. And I mean, I'm smaller than her. She's actually bigger than me. Like, I don't know why why did I have to be SpongeBob and know that she wants SpongeBob? Like, people told me that her body, like, I had to be SpongeBob, and they just said she had no form. Like, they was like, she's so discombobulated. Like, like she's built nasty. But
it's okay. I love SpongeBob.
Back though, baby.
I love SpongeBob.
Nah, so the funniest thing is when someone told me I was built like a box of Newports on the shoe. That was hilarious. Like, I don't really get mad at like the hate. I laugh. Like, I get so much more love than hate, so I don't care. They pull us into this room. Like, you know how like in the Blue Girls house, like Blueface thing, how they had that empty room with just like a couch and boxing gloves and shit. So we had a room built like that. Like, we was in a room that was similar to that, but we didn't have no boxing gloves. So they put us in the room, they put me in one corner, they put her in the other corner. And she was mad. She was like, you keep using my slogan saying hello. Oh, because when she walks in, I was like, yeah, let's just do this. No pulling hair. Like, let's just fight. And she was like, I'm gonna snatch whatever the fuck I want. Hello. Like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Let's go.
You're really good at that voice.
I was just like, I hate that. Like, I absolutely hate that yelling shit. Like, I'm loud, but like, she has a high pitched nasally voice. Like, it's like this, and she just yells, oh, fucking that. I hate that shit. I even said that in my audition tape. Like, when Big Lex did like the live interviews, I was like, I'm loud, but if there's someone louder than me, I let them have it because, bitch, if you notice my voice in the crib, like, I lost my voice. Like, I sound like Pop Smoke. I was not letting the fish make me lose my voice again. Right. So I very calmly was just like, all right, like, let's just do this thing. Like, they was like, all right, go. When they said go, I ran over there. I said, oh, you ain't gonna run up? Because she stood there like she did in the kitchen, thinking she was Billy Badass. Like, bitch, who you think you are? Like, so I ran down on her, cracked this bitch. And then we just got the fighting from there. I noticed she had me in a headlock, and I'm like, bitch, like, why do you keep pulling my hair? Why do you keep doing the same thing? So I threw her up the stairs. I was trying to shake this bitch off me so we could, you know, just go head to head to head to head to head to head to head. Like, right. Girl, I'm just like, let's just run it. So what happened? I threw her up the stairs into the wall, like, boom. And then that's when, like, she was like trying to bite me like a dog. Like, she was a fucking raging dog, like a dog with rabies. It was disgusting. I felt her hot ass cum breath up.
Not cum breath.
So I would need a fucking tetanus shot after that bitch fucking.
She bit your face or your neck?
She tried. She was trying to bite my face, which is when, after I throw her into the thing, that's when she started trying to bite me. That's why I flipped her over. And once I got her down, I punched her and I elbowed her. Like, you'll see it. Like,
we saw that in the preview a little bit. I think because I was like saying to people on my team, I was like, when I saw you guys on the ground, I saw a punch of yours, and I was like, ooh, I think.
Yeah, I punched her and I elbowed her in the face, and that's when you hear Lex. She's like, oh shit, Pink, like, elbow this bitch. And like, if you know what a fight bite is, I'm in law school, so you know they make us take a minor in forensics. And in forensics, a fight bite is when you punch somebody and their front teeth penetrates the skin and breaks it. So I had a fight bite on my elbow from elbowing her in the mouth. And not only that, when I flipped her, I hit my other knee. So, and I got a picture of that too. Like, I had a fucking, like, a cocotazo on this knee. And then this one was all busted up from the sink. So, like, both my knees was fucked up, yeah, and my elbow. And the next day, I still wanted to fight. I mean, it ain't really much to talk about. She didn't want to fight no more. Like, I wanted to fight, and I was just like, we was at the reunion. She was like, because if you want to fight, we can go. I was like, I'm with whatever, bitch. I'm with whatever. But you see how she jumped up on Ferrari. Like, the same energy bitches had with her, they didn't have with me. Okay. And at that point, I already beat your ass. Like, I elbowed you in your mouth, knocked your wig off, took your eye. I took her eyelash to the room with me as a souvenir. Like, I got your pink eyelash still, bitch. Nah, probably not still, but you feel me? Like, bitch, I took that with me. That's mine now. So I'm done with you. But if you want to run it again, bitch, I will. But then after the reunion, I was upset because it's like I feel like I wasn't able to say anything, like with all her fucking yelling. And then they're like, all right, next question. And I'm just like, so I was upset again. So I wanted to fight again. And they was like, she don't want to fight you. Like, why not? She would fight Ferrari again. Oh. Like, again, that was another incident where this is after we did our cheers and our toast and everybody go in the house. I take the glass, I break the glass, I put it underneath the cushion because if she came out there to talk like I wanted to, baby, you know what time it is with you? Like, we're not ever gonna be cool. Like, I'm always gonna be gunning for your head. Always. Like, bitch, you think we ain't never gonna be cool. You spoke on my dead ones. Like, bitch, like, she don't even got custody of her own kids to be talking about somebody's child. Like, let's be real. She's selling pussy in Miami and her kids still live in the projects in Detroit. You failing as a mother, she's a loser. Like, this bitch is really a loser.
Ooh. Is there anything else that happens in part 3 or 4 again, since this will probably be airing after that is notable that you might want to speak on?
I mean, after the final fight, because, you know, they did want us to actually have that sit down reunion, they didn't. Like, I wanted to fight loose. And Big Lex was like, Pinkk, do not fight, like, on the patio, which is where they had everything set up for the reunion, because one, there's cameras, you know, around the mansion, so they would get in trouble. 2, there was them glass cups that I told you about, the one that I broke and had one for when she came out there, but she didn't want to come out there, nor did she want to go into the room and fight. So for the most part, I was really like, I wasn't worried about her. Once she didn't want to fight and once she didn't do that, like, I wanted to fight again after I said like the reunion, but once all of that, when they said, like, when she didn't want to do any of that, like when she didn't want to talk and she didn't want to fight, I was like, all right, well, loose my next target. It was Swag production pulled me out front and told me, like, Pinkk, do not touch Loose. Like, one, don't touch her because security is going to be leaving within the hour. And if not, we're going to have to keep them longer because, like, we don't know what y'all going to do when they leave and y'all go to y'all rooms. Mm-hmm. 2, she doesn't want to fight you. Like, they was like, that girl is terrified of you. She do not want to fight you. Like, she keeps saying it. Mm-hmm. So, bitch, stop talking like you gangsta. Like, I'll have my 17-year-old sister spank her shits. Word to everything. Now she on the internet. I literally got a thing right before this interview of, like, someone in Virginia sending me a screenshot of her saying that she was coming to that. Someone like, it was like a little question shit. It was like, you should come to VA. And she was like, yeah, let's take over these bitches' cities. And the crazy thing is, you come to VA, like, if you really think you gangsta and you come to VA, promote your location. Promote your location. I think bitches really sleep on how nasty it get out here. And just because you her friend and I can't get to her, bitch, I'll clip your shits. Like, I'll make sure the city will stomp you out behind me. My baby father was loved out there. Nigga, he got his family, his friends. Do you know what they would do to them if they seen them bitches? Because, yeah, it made me feel away, but his mother lost her son. You think that his friends, his brothers, are going to let you come to the city and you talked about...
Exactly.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's bad business for you. And if you come to New York, it's really up because I pay a crackhead to come do you in. Bitches from the club know me. I won't fight you, bitch. I ain't gonna lose my job, but I'm about to go to my car. I'll go pay a crackhead $50. I swear to God on my life. Right hand to God. Word to my mother. Like, I paid a crackhead $50 this one time. Fucking paid them $20. Told them I get out at 8 a.m, pull up. Show them this is the bitch I want you to thrash. Came and thrashed that. She never came back to work at that club ever. Dragged this bitch, leaked her shit. Then they met me up the block and I paid them another $30. There go your $50. Like, bitch, like, I will fucking get a crackhead to do you in.
That's smart. I always thought about getting a hitman to do something to somebody.
Nah, see, that's too much. Like,
okay,
you know.
Okay, maybe. Okay, I'll think about crackhead next time.
Crackheads do the work, and they strong as fuck. Yeah. They be stealing TVs off walls with their nugs, like.
Okay.
Crazy shit.
Okay. So I don't have any more questions for you, but the one thing that I always do with every single one of my interviews is I play a game, and I got a good one for you. So since you were one of the only 2 girls to put on boxing gloves in the house, I'm going to give you some matches between the cast slash hosts of season 1, and you tell me who the winner would be and why. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So first one is Pinkk versus Baddie.
Pinkk versus Baddie. Pinkk.
Wow.
Oh, why?
Yeah, why?
Because that whole shit don't mean nothing. Like, I done fought bitches like Baddie's height, but way bigger than her. And then 2, like, girl, I'll bust her in her fucking kneecaps. Like, I'll bite her fucking shins open. Like, if you think, like, I can't take a L, it's impossible. Because if my hand's not doing the job, baby, something around me will. Like, but me and Fetty both got gunplay, so I don't know. She might shoot at me after. Like,
okay. Next is a Huckleberry versus Larissa.
Larissa, because Huckleberry, like, I mean, she got them little alligator arms. And even though, like, Larissa's still in the streets. Like, she's still, like, literally having to fight. Like, I done seen this bitch get jumped several times in several videos. So she's still in that fighting mode. But that's not to say that, you know, she can't fight and can beat up everybody. But she's still in the fighting mode. Like, you get what I'm saying? In that mindset. So I think she'll, like, do something before Huckle do, because Huckle's just on some bye bitch, like, bother me. Like,
okay. Slim Jim versus Ferrari.
woo! My bitch Ferrari. Cause I'm just thinking, like, Slim Jim got all that ass. Like, does that count as any weight? Like, is that gonna, like,
yeah, big ass could be like
that help the momentum?
Oh,
like,
I don't know. I mean, it
like,
weigh you down.
Like, I'm still gonna go with Ferrari. I'm gonna go with Ferrari for any pick.
Okay. Next is Heaven versus Big Lex.
Big Lex. Big Lex would thrash. Heaven can't fight. Heaven can't fight. Yo, I swear. The funny thing is, I was talking to Ferrari about the fight. I was like, I didn't even know she hit me those 2 times. Like, it feels like fluffy. And she was like, bitch, I know. Like, when she was punching me, I didn't feel any of that. Like, she's a weak ass bitch. Like,
the sink did more damage?
Yeah, the sink was the only thing that did damage. The sink damaged me, and then the floor damaged me, and her tooth damaged me. Like, and Big Lex, did you see how Big Lex was throwing her shit? My bitch was like, nah, nah, nah. Like, she was actually throwing shit. She wasn't, you know?
Okay. Next is Deja versus Fetty.
Fetty. Deja is terrified of Fetty.
Really?
She's terrified. That's why she didn't come to the reunion. And that's why she left the red carpet early. Like, Fetty and her got into it, and she waited until there was, like, literally, like, a crowd of people between them to fake take off her shoes and run at her.
As y'all can see, it's called the Bad Collection for a reason.
You ain't doing none of that. Alright? Hey. Listen. I smack him. I smack him. Do you hear what I'm saying? You're not gonna put me. Daisy walked up to me and she like ate the bitch, you don't like this motherfucking person. What happened, Key?
I was sitting there, she walked up to her like, so what's the issue? We got a problem. And then Betty tried to go it off, and she kept her big energy.
And Fetty was just like, bitch. Like, what's up? But she, yeah, no. Fetty will thrash her shit. I'm almost certain.
Who would win if Big Lex and Bunny Rax went at it?
Big Lex. Bunny can't fight. Like, and Bunny is scared to fight. Like she don't want to fight. I think she would curl up. Like, even when, like, all right, she fought baby mama, but look how little she is. But when it came to Heaven running down on her, or me running down on her, she was like backing into the corner, like behind the security. Like, no bueno, baby. So
Dayla versus baby mama.
That's a good one. I always like kind of put them like for the loves of me, like it's Ferrari, and then the people I fuck with after, they're always like right here to me. That's a hard one.
I know.
Because I seen baby mama throw her hands, but she
Right.
said she was drunk. But then Dayla is just so quiet, but she be talking her shit. So
It's always the quiet ones though.
That's why I'm going with Dayla. I'm sorry, baby mama. Like,
Okay, what about Luz versus Lucky?
Lucky gonna thrash that bitch. Like, Lucky gonna do her filthy. Like, Lucky is 757, bitch.
We've seen Lucky versus Barbie. I love Barbie, but
Yeah, and Luce is worse than Barbie, so that's telling you something. At least Barbie actually fought. Luce didn't want to fight me. I swear to God, like everywhere you seen heaven, this was Luce behind her. Like me, like Ferrari be in the room. I was in the jacuzzi on my dolo. Like I go smoke. Like me and Ferrari, like we will split up and meet back in the middle. But these two, they gonna shower together. They gonna eat together. They gonna sleep together, and they gonna trick together. Like they do everything together.
not trick together.
I'm sure you know that's what tricks usually do. They get more impressionable girls and they bring them on. She's grooming her. Like, let's be real.
Oh Lord. All right. Next is Kiesia versus Ariana.
I think Ari. You said Kiesia versus Ari, right?
Yeah, Ari. Yeah.
Ari. Only because Ari, like the bitch on coke, like she don't stop. Like I told you, she was addicted to coke. Like coke keep you up and going. Like, do you know how many times this bitch is made of steel? Like leaking and all, she still was like. I was like, bitch.
So was she doing that while drinking? Is that why she took the kick so well?
I think so. Like we found a bag of coke in the house, and Ari said it was hers. Like she grabbed it out of my hand.
At least she was forthcoming.
Yeah, but at this point, I don't know. Even Heaven was a cokehead. That's probably why they fucking so cool now. They probably was sharing hits in the bathroom.
I hate it.
I don't know. Let me not spread no rumors.
Okay. You versus Bunny Rex.
Me.
She said that with a quickness.
I will pop that bitch top. Like, is you crazy? Like, she always talking about her body. I will give her all body shots. Like,
okay. Next, I hate to say this because she's a big sweetheart and I feel like she would never fight anyone, but Sapphire versus Fetty.
Fetty. She just got so much reach on Sapphire. Sapphire is another one. Like she real, like she got a fat ass and everything, but she ain't got no. But I don't know. Sapphire, you know, she been in the streets too.
How
But she a
tall
little
is
bit.
Sapphire? Do you know like nearly how tall she is? I don't know. She looks tall to me.
Sapphire is just slightly. She's probably like 5'7".
Oh, okay.
So, like she's not that tall. But she got short arms. I can't, and I feel like she would really get taken off guard if anything, because like y'all gotta remember, like they've been doing this TV stuff, Lucky, you know, Sapphire and Big Lex, like, you know, they're doing this TV stuff. So as you progress in life, you leave a certain mind state behind. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back in the day, I was not in this mind state. I was still on some, oh, you don't like the way I breathe? Let's fight. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I was quick to fight. Now I will torment you. Like, I'm like a cat. Like, I want to play with my food before I eat it. Like, so I just feel like now they're out of that mind state of, all right, I'm part of this cast. I'm about to fight. Or like, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like the girls will have an upper hand because of that. But Big Lex, I feel like she's still in the field. Like, she's still out there with it.
Right. Okay.
You know, my bitch blood. Like, you know, I'm Crip, but she blood. So.
Okay. Last one is Bunny Rex versus Ferrari.
Bunny Rex versus Ferrari. Ferrari.
Okay. She would
Bunny Rex got some strong ass arms though. That bitch is like this without trying. Like.
Yeah. I know.
He
This
said,
when I saw that when she came into the lingerie party, I was like, God damn. Them shoulders was. It made me. I was like, I need to go to the gym.
Nah, people be telling me I'm built like a linebacker. They tell me I got a wide back.
You do look like. I mean, look, if you ever got mad at me, I'm from Virginia too. If you ever got mad at me and I saw a bottle in your hand, I'd be like, I am so sorry. I love you. I think you're the best person in the world. Please don't crack me with that. Don't crack that shit and then stab me with it.
Like, man, and the crazy thing is, honestly, and this is me being real honest, like, this was just a competition to me. It was no real hate in my heart towards any of them. Even at the reunion after we fought, I wish that I was able to come to like some type of common ground with all the girls that feel like we have beef. Cause bitch, I'm not about to beef with you for the rest of my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? And even if I'm not coming to that common ground for me, at least for the fans to get some type of closure. Like, cause I've been a fan watching the shows and I hate when the reunions end and it was just nothing but arguing and no closure. Like, all right, well,
agreed.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So even if it weren't for me, I wish I was able to do that with all of the girls, including Heaven's musty ass. Like, but you know, fuck it. I don't never gotta talk to these bitches again. And if I see you on next season and you someone I got a problem with, I'm gonna run down. Like,
well, I got no more questions for you, but I want to give you the opportunity to talk about your business endeavors. I know you said you got your website up and everything, so talk some about that if you'd like to. Any passions or anything that you may want the fans to know and they don't understand from watching this show, and also just give all your plugs so that people can follow you.
oh, okay. Well, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at ohso.pinkk with 2 Ks. And then also my Twitter, my Snap, and my TikTok, which I'm really big on TikTok now. Like, well, not really big, but I'm saying like I'm really big as far as my promotion and stuff, and like moving my followers over from there to there, because that's where I'm gonna be spilling most of my tea on TikTok. And all of those platforms is Oh So Pinkk with no periods or anything. As y'all know, we got the Pinkk collection. This is my spring collection, which actually dropped today. I didn't post it on my story, which I should probably go do that when we hang up. So this is my spring collections. Like, they kept asking me for short nails, so I brought in short nails. We have 3 new sets of nails that just came in. As well, we still have 4 classic nails, like the Chunkies, Balance. Well, actually, Balance is out. We have Desire, Chunky. Those ones are still there. Those are really popular. Unfortunately, I had to retire my promo code HELLO. Like, I made the most money off of that promo code, like the most money.
Wait, was it like was it the hello? Was that?
Yes, it's hello. Like HELLOOOO. And they would get $5 off of all purchases over 40, because you know Heaven sells her pussy for $40 at Best Western. I leaked that. I leaked the ad and her number, you know, and her Cash App to prove that it was her number. So I did that. That was me. Thank you. So, you know, it's inspired by my castmate. You know, I made money off of her slogan before she did. Bitch bought an LLC and all she sell is pussy. She got some head to sell too. But so like, you know, but no, honestly, on some real shit, like, I had to let go of my code HELLO. We have a spring code coming out, which will be tagged on my page, you know. I think I'm just going, I don't know what I should put the code as. Like, I just want it to be something fresh.
You should make it, what'd you call it? The tooth mark?
A fight bite.
It would be fight bite.
Fight bite. Oh my God, that would be cute. But it's for spring. Like, it needs to be something like refreshing. But I might make it minty. I don't know. But yeah, make sure you shop the Pinkk collection. We have the spring collection that just came out. I gave you my social media handles. Like, honestly, I'm just a dope ass bitch. Like, I'm out here. I'm ready to collaborate. I have been in music videos. I'm ready to continue doing that. Like, I'm ready to to start actually modeling. I did some little gigs back in the day, but when I look at them pictures now, I'm like, honey, like, honey. Oh, I have some shows I'm coming for too. I'm actually filming for a secret show next month. So you're gonna be seeing me on your TVs. And you know, hopefully season 2 of Baddies Collections. And Bad Girls Club Boxing reached out to me. So like, we need to.
There we go. You would be perfect for that. Since you didn't get the opportunity to be on the actual show, do the boxing.
Yeah, so I have like 2 different things coming through.
Okay.
So y'all definitely want to see more of me. Make sure you shop the Pinkk Collection. Always, always, always. Listen, these press-ons, you can't even tell a press-on. They last for 3 weeks, honey.
Before I let you go, guys, be sure to follow me at Don't Touch My Hair. Follow Formation Productions. You got to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mo Visuals. That's where all the interviews go. And now we do the Bad Boys after show on Zeus. And congratulations for the $10,000.
Thank you.
Huge. I don't know if you celebrated properly, but if you haven't yet, I hope you do. I'm
Thank
proud
you.
of you. I think like I did not expect this interview to be as like fun and funny as shit. Like this was hilarious and this was a ton of fun. I'm sorry to take up so much of your time, but this was.
No, I'm sorry to smoke your head off.
No, I love it. Like you saw me cracking up the whole time. I've been having the best night.
No. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for having me, and definitely like reach out to me again. Don't be a stranger.
Absolutely. Look, and we both from Virginia. Maybe we can work together sometime because I'm a videographer. So let me know.
No, definitely. Like I'm gonna be in Virginia next week. So.
Okay, bet. Okay, bet.
Oh,
well,
wait.
What?
Never mind. Because I was about to say, aren't you close to like? Because I know you told me where you was working.
I'm in Northern Virginia, but yeah, I'm like near like DC-ish. So I don't know, but it's not that far from Virginia Beach.
Yeah. All right. Well, take care. Have a good night.
Thank you so much. You too. I hope you have a great night. All right. Bye.